Girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl. Happy Valentine's Day, Petty Bunch. I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of Girl, Girl, Girl. Can we gossip with the Petty One? I just want to welcome you guys back to the Petty Playroom. Now, before we get into this video, I want to thank my 211 subscribers. Yes, listen, y'all are flattering the hell out of me. I just want to thank you again for your support, for you all continuing to support my commentary. Remember, liking my content, liking my videos is a free way to push me so that, the Petty Bunch tribe, who doesn't know that they need to be part of the Petty Bunch tribe, that gives them an opportunity to take a sneak peek at your girl and see what petty shenanigans I'm up to over here. So again, thank you guys. I could not do it without you all. So without further ado, let's get into this Harlem, just overall season 3 recap. Before I get into the recap, I just want to say to the writer, the creator, the showrunner, the production team, the production assistants, the directors, the key grips, the actors, the actresses, thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of this Black woman's heart, I will always say this, that representation matters. And from a woman who is in her 40s, who has had to suffer through Sex in the City and watching their depiction of what New York was versus the reality of what New York truly is, what Harlem really is, I just want to say thank you. Because when I think back and watching Sex in the City as a college young woman, it was like, okay, this show is fun, it's exciting, it's depicting 4 women best friends with 4 different personalities and how they navigate single life and relationships and things like that. And one of the things I did not even think to notice was that in their New York, it was like no Black people existed, no people with brown tones lived in the city. And then whenever they did introduce or invite Black people into the picture, it was always like one of these ladies was being their white savior or just throwing them a bone or something like that. It was very weird. You guys remember the episode when Samantha decided to date the Black guy? His sister came on, and it was just, you could tell whoever was writing the dialogue of the Black people, it wasn't a Black person, because it was very much giving cringe. It was awkward. It was horrible. It was racist. It was just stereotypical, and it was just, it wasn't funny. Watching it then in my 20s, I was like, this is off. But now watching it again in my 40s, I'm like, bitch, no, there was no for us, by us seated at that table. You cannot tell me anything different. So I just want to thank you guys for just creating the Black experience, watching these 4 women navigate through career choices, men, ups and downs, just relationships, just navigating through relationships, navigating through just careers and managing a friendship. It was so authentic, well written, and you could tell the chemistry between Megan Good, Jerry Johnson, Shanika Shandai, and Grace Byers. It was just electric. it was lightning in a bottle. Watching these four women, you could not tell me that they are not friends in real life. It was just an overall just good show. So again, thank you from the bottom of my black heart for just creating just a good ass show with depth, with sex, with just relationships, the black human experience, we've always been magic, but just to see it and to watch these women overcome their obstacles and to end up being the best versions of themselves. And we're not asking for perfection, but by the time this show was wrapped up, I was like, damn, it was like you hated to see it end, because that's the one thing I hate about our shows, baby. As fast as they come and capture our thoughts and our hearts, they are gone just as quickly. So I'm off my soapbox, but I just want to get into just this show, and I just want to touch on each of these characters. So I want to start with Angie. So we want to start with Angela motherfucking Wilson. Okay, Angie was just, we all know and have an Angie in our lives. Angie is just that spirit animal that she's that friend. She is going to give it to you straight, no chaser. She is not going to sugarcoat anything, and she is authentically who she is. No qualms about it. No, baby, accept Angie for who she is. And that was one of the things that really resonated with me about Angie's character, was that even when she was not at her best, sleeping on Quinn's couch, eating all the snacks, Angie was still the best version of herself. And she always believed in herself, although there were times, when things in Angie's career, it wasn't looking like nothing. But one of the things was, you have to support a friend like Quinn to put up with a friend like Angie that, bitch, when is you going to work? When is you going to do something? But the fact that Quinn believed that her best friend's star was on the rise, it was just a matter of when. But to have somebody fully rock with you and support you through your batshit craziness was great. So we know that Angie was just a struggling actress, just waiting for her big break. Now, mind you, Angie was a little freaky deaky too. So Angie was like hitting it and quitting it, and she was just the sexual freeness that she had with herself. It's like Angie knew that she was the shit. She loved herself, and any man passing by knew that, hey, once you get a piece of Angie, it's like you never, you never gonna view sex or look at sex the same. So just watching, Angie's character, the fact that, she hit a lot of speed bumps, but the fact of the matter is, Angie, although hitting those speed bumps and sometimes, being depressed because she didn't get the role that she wanted, or she was almost there, but something, there was always a monkey wrench thrown in her path. She always knew that the stars were going to align for her and that she was going to be that girl. So we see season 3, Angie has totally she has glowed the fuck up. We know season 2 ended. It ended with her meeting Mike, who we presumed was, her intended, the love of her life from what it was giving. They connected. It just seemed like, okay, Angie, yes, not only has your star peaked, that, it's time, baby, lights, camera, action. This is your season. This is your time. It also seemed like things in her relationship with Mike were aligning, but I could tell that this season that there was going to be friction with Mike. I felt like Mike did not support Angie, and Mike was just jealous of Angie, and I think he wanted to be the breadwinner in that relationship, and he wanted her to, like dim her shine. And because he was always like, well, when are you going to be there for me, like how you were in the beginning? And it's not like she wasn't really trying to be there for her man. But think about it, she's living in this beautiful home because this man is a luxury real estate agent. He is doing the damn thing. He is making money hand over fist. He has, catered to all of her needs. So I guess in his mind, he's thinking that, okay, this acting thing, is going to blow over. Yeah, she's going to get gigs here and there. But I don't think he really thought that she was going to be that girl, or to have someone like Malcolm Lee just come in and say, Angie, girls trip, the musical, you did that shit. I want you to look at this movie script. I don't think that Mike actually thought that. I don't know, maybe he was looking at Angie's career as being a play, this will blow over type of situation. She's never going to get that big. And you could tell the more that Angie was, the more that she was running her lines with her theater friend, the gay bestie, the more that she was like running her lines with him, she was getting into character. Word on the street was that a critic, an influential critic, the critic that had the plug that could either say, hey, come see this shit, this is better than what we are going to give it credit for, or this woman could have canned, her career, could have canned this play, and, that that show would not have been as packed as it, was. I don't think Mike actually thought that Angie was really going to attain her dreams and her goals. And I just really feel like he thought that, Angie was, I'm gonna say it, beneath him. And that's the thing. When you're in relationships, you have to understand that just because you are the man and you have goals, and in your mind you see what it is you want for a partner or in a relationship, you have to understand that your partner has dreams and goals and aspirations as well. And there is going to become a time where you both are going to be up at the same time. And it's like you're going to have to give that equal support. And I know some people may say, well, Angie kind of seemed like she was really into herself and into her play. And is, and she was, and so what? All of us watching Angie from season 1 to season 3, we've always known that Angie is an actress. She was always on. She was always overly dramatic. And there was only a moment in time before the world realized that Angela motherfucking Wilson is a star. So again, it is going to take a strong man to be with that woman, because she is not going to dim her light for anyone. And I'm so happy that Angie decided to choose self. I don't think that she was being selfish. We watched Angie experience so many lows, being embarrassed, just being a struggling actress and everything that it entailed. And to finally see her, her stars align, I was rooting for my girl. I was rooting for her, and I just kind of feel like Mike was becoming a whiny, wet blanket. And for a woman like Angie, she is going to need somebody to be on her level. She is going to need a man that does not play about her, a man that is, secure in his manhood and not insecure when it comes to his woman, chasing her dreams. Like, seriously, the fact that Mike, and I know that they were in the midst of planning their wedding, but then we see that there was going to be a conflict because Malcolm Lee was like, hey, we're going to be shooting during during the time that you're getting married, so I really don't know. And so the fact that Mike, and I get it, planning weddings is stressful. it's a lot. And mind you, Mike didn't want an over the top wedding. Angie wanted an over the top wedding with the space and with, inviting all these guests and things like that. So my thing is, you wanted a smaller situation. So what if they would have just went to the courthouse, and then Angie could have gone on the shoot to do the film. They would have been married, but we know that it wasn't going to end like that. Mike is just the type of person that he needs someone to coddle him. And at the end of the day, baby, we know Angie was not going to sit up and be no damn housewife. When she gave him back his Amex card, black card, I think it was an Amex card, don't quote me on that, but when she gave him his card back and it's like, baby, I don't need your money, I'm like, yeah, she is coming into her own. She knows that she's going to be successful and that she will have and make her own money. So again, I just really thought Mike was just selfish, and it's about me, and when we met, you were so supportive, and da 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 da. And my thing is, it's like, Mike, she was supportive, she was what you wanted her to be to you. So how is it that now that she's on the comeuppance in her life, how come you couldn't be there for her? So that's how I feel about that. And then watching Angie again navigate in their sister circle, she did not disappoint. She was always there with shade, a quick read, a quick key. She always gave it, and she was just always there for her sister friends. So it was just good to see Angie grow into this mega star. And like I said, she is going to need an alpha male to get on her level so they could be a power couple. And Mike just was not the one to be a power couple with, because Mike had to have all the power. So there's Angie. So now I want to get into my girl Ty. So Ty and her toxicity, oh my God, like watching Ty was like, watching a dude navigate juggling his hoes, being a gigolo, just being a hoe. But then you know how it is, how hoes are. It's like it take one good time. You meet that person that knock the breath, the wind out of your chest, that gut punches you so tough that you like, I found my match. I found the one. And so we see Ty. Ty has always been a consummate bachelorette. She has always been on the prowl. Like, with, who's the next honey dip I'm gonna smash. It's just like she was just that girl, that alpha woman who was just like, hey, I'm gonna hit it and quit it. I'm running this situationship. And so it was evident watching Ty and her sexcapades was just really funny. So this season we see Ty, and Ty is on a sabbatical because she done bit off more than she could chew. She met this woman, screwing around with this woman, and come to find out that after they had got it in and she was in the midst of leaving or going to the restroom, can't remember, she runs into another sexual conquest who just so happened to be the daughter of the mama that she was now screwing. So that biting her in the ass, and her coming to the realization that I'm toxic as fuck. I need to close my cookie jar for a little minute and just self-reflect. So we see Ty is celibate when this season starts. It's been 2 months and she's just like, yo, I gotta chill because this shit then got really crazy for me. And we know that Ty is also on the up and up with the developing of the new app, the new queer app that she, has created. So watching her go through that, it was kind of like, okay, Ty, I understood her point of view. This like, yo, I gotta chill because I've been out here just hoeing, and I don't want to, deep down we know that Ty most definitely was built for a relationship. Hell, she was married to a man, but it was just she needed to find her person to make her want to settle down, to become vulnerable with, to be the best version of herself. And it wasn't until she met her match, Eva, who was also an executive, onboarding her and bringing her into, the next phase of her career. So the moment that she met Eva, it was kind of like, okay, she found somebody. First of all, we know that Ty is masked, so we know that she is basically the male. She takes on that persona. And so watching Eva, her counterpart, you see that Eva is more femme than not masked. So watching those two meet up for the first time, Ty is like, okay, this nice little honey dip, hair is fly. She's witty. She is matching my flirtatiousness, although I'm trying to keep it professional, even though we know that Eva wanted Ty. The moment she saw Ty, she was in her mind like, oh yeah, she is me. She is me. I'm about to outwit, outlast, outplay, and get this woman out of her panties. And so that's pretty much where Eva was coming from. And then when she was flirting at their, meeting, and remember how Ty was like, oh, well, I'm not trying to, date right now. I'm on a little hiatus, sabbatical. So Eva just played this move like, oh, no, hon. I was not really coming on to you. I was trying to invite you out for drinks so you could meet the team. Now, mind you, when Ty met her out, the team was just Eva. So we already know that Eva was setting Ty up for the okie doke, because she like, okay, I'm going to get you. And then to watch them connect and to watch Ty and all her walls start to fall down. And Ty was just brutally honest, like, baby, I'm toxic. And she ran down her whole facts of toxicity. And, Ty told her, like, hey, I am the biggest walking red flag. And I know that Eva took it in, but I don't think Eva really knew what she was getting into until she started, getting to know Ty, and they started becoming vulnerable together. And so they were out on the one date when Eva was telling her how she came out to her family. They were on Family Feud. And I forget what the question was, but Eva's answer was was kitty cat. And so that's how her family found out, national TV, that she was lesbian. So we come to find out that Ty never told her family. Ty ran away, and Ty ran away from it all. She was not honest with her family. She was not honest to herself. And I think, Eva was telling her that is one of the biggest reasons why you are so closed off, because you have not had a come to Jesus moment. You don't know who you are. So watching Eva teach Ty how to become vulnerable and how to, just slowly just let her guard down, let her hair down. And it was just a beautiful thing to witness. One of the telling parts about it was, that Ty being this alpha female, her being top dog, her being HBIC, everything I do is correct. And it's like, it's like, it's like, I'm the HBIC. That's pretty much my way, the highway. I cannot be wrong. Was the day that Ty and Eva were in the office and they were both working. And Ty, Eva needed some help with something. And Ty looked at it, helped her out. And so Ty's like, hey, I'm finished with my proposal. I want you to, look at it. So Eva looked at it and was like, this ain't it. You're focusing too much on not the topic at hand. And so Ty started to take offense, because it's like, wait a minute, I'm brilliant. Everything I do, I knock it out of the ballpark. So the fact that Eva was trying to tell her, like, baby, it's cool on a mediocre level, but this ain't what, you got to come better than that. So seeing Ty become vulnerable in that respect, because it's like, wait, you coming for my job? You coming for? I'm an expert at this, baby. But Eva was just trying to tell her, like, baby, this is not it, and you're not taking this constructive criticism well. So watching them go to blows, and Eva like, okay, well, you got an attitude, so so Eva leaves, and then Ty is like, damn, and noticing that, hey, she's reaching out to Eva and Eva's not reaching back, it's kind of like, damn, Ty started to internally check herself like, yo, I'm the problem. And when have we ever seen Ty go and apologize to a sexual conquest or to somebody she was in a situationship with? That has never happened. So to watch this woman teach Ty not only about self-worth, but baby, you are not going to disrespect me and think that we're going to have a thriving, healthy relationship, because that's not it. So to see Ty go over and apologize and tell Eva, like, I just want to be better when it comes to you. I don't, it's like, I don't want you to see me being weak or not being at my best. And so that's when Ty reveals that she's in love with Eva, and Eva's the same thing. And so the second situation that was really sad was at Camille's baby shower, and Ty was supposed to meet Eva's mom, played by, Robin Givens. And Ty was scared because Eva revealed that her mother, is a therapist. And so Ty is like, damn, she's going to look at me from jump and realize that I'm not it for her daughter, that I ain't shit, pretty much. And so when Ty pulled up to the restaurant, and she didn't even know that even her mom was sitting at the table, watched her pull up in a cab. She gets out of the cab and she looks at them, but she didn't know that they could see her. And she's like, no, I can't do this. And then the fact that Eva's walking to the door and Ty sends her a text like, hey, baby, Camille shower ran over. I'm not going to be able to make it. And Eva saw the whole thing. And so it was just crazy. And watching Eva give Ty the silent treatment, and Ty's texting, calling, and Eva don't have time because no, what you're not going to do, no. So watching Ty have to have another come to Jesus moment, like, damn, like this woman is humbling me and showing me, baby, you're not going to disrespect me. So watching Eva put her on ice pretty much made Ty woman up. And so she had to prove to Eva that she most definitely was, worthy of her. She had to go to the mama, found her at her hotel, apologized, and was just like, please let me make this up to you. Let me show you that I am what your daughter needs. I am the woman for her. So watching Ty navigate through her own bullshit, because the love of this woman showed her that, hey, I see the real you. Stop playing. All you got to do is walk into her. I'm extending my hand. I am what you want, but you have to, these inner battles that you've been having with yourself for so long, we got to face it. We got to go talk to your family, and that's where it starts. And then the real healing can begin. So watching Ty propose to Eva, that was just like, I'm like, damn, Ty then grew up. She basically is being a grown woman about her shit. And that was just good to see and to watch how her character just grew and blossomed into the strong HBIC we knew that Ty was. We knew it. It was just Ty just needed to meet her match, and she did. And she knocked her down a few pegs to build her back up. So that was good, watching Ty grow into her own, and also watching Ty, navigate in the sisterhood circle, and just watching how, they were there for her throughout her bullshit, and how she was also there for them. So I thought that was just a really good depiction in the evolution of Ty's character and her, just walking into her own. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl.